Hey guys, I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all. There's sometimes when I wake up in the morning that I'm just like, no, I don't want to do anything. My flesh is just like, no to the whole day. But, in times like that, I know that there's one thing that I need to do more than anything else, and that's get in the presence of my Father. And it's interesting to me that my flesh doesn't want to read the Word. It doesn't want to get in the presence of God. But as soon as I make that decision to do that anyways, no matter what my body feels like, I go and I sit down, I grab the Word, I start spending some time with God, I talk to Him. Immediately His presence is there and He begins to speak to me. And that's what I really desire. That's what I really want. And so I just wanted to share with y'all this morning. I sat down and began to read, and the Lord started speaking to me about some things. So I wanted to share some of that with y'all. So I'm in Luke chapter 6 here, and it's talking about how Jesus is going through the grain fields with his disciples, and they begin to pick heads of grain and rub them in their hands and eat the kernels, right? Because they were hungry. Well, some of the Pharisees saw this, and they're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing something that's against the law on the Sabbath? Well, Jesus answered them, and this is kind of what I wanted to show y'all here. He said, have you never read what David did when he and his companions were hungry? He entered the house of God, and taking the consecrated bread, he ate what is lawful only for priests to eat, and he also gave some to his companions. Then Jesus said to them, the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. And God was just talking to me, and he was showing me, when you're hungry, come into my house and eat the bread. And, don't feel like I have to do these, I have to live these certain ways or do these certain rules in order to come in and sit down with him. No, he says, come into my house, eat the consecrated bread. Who's the bread of life? That's Jesus. When we're hungry, we can go in and we can sit down with the Lord, and we can begin to partake of what he has for us. So when your flesh is saying no and saying, I don't feel like doing this today, or I just can't handle what I have today, that's okay. Go in and sit down in your Father's house. Spend some time with him in his presence. And that can be anywhere you're at. I'm not talking about going into a church building. I'm talking about going in right there in your living room or right there in your bedroom or wherever you're at, in your workplace. I'm at work right now. And I sat down and I say, okay, Lord, I need to get into your presence for a minute and eat of what he has for you. Love you guys. We'll see you later.